Hi friends, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you so much for passing by. Kindly subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. So in today's video, we are going to be making chapatis for my family. So we are going to be using that pan that you have seen there. We'll be needing some sugar and salt, and then we'll be using these two onions, cooking oil, and a grater. So this grater is for grating our onions. And I'd love to take you along as I make these chapatis. In Uganda we call them chapatis. Let me know how you call them wherever you're watching me from. So I love to make a meal out of this. Make sure that if you're doing this, your onions are really very soft, just like you see mine, super soft, so that they can easily dissolve in your dough. And this is the pan where we are going to be mixing everything. I used a tablespoon of sugar and salt, and then I used this one to measure for the flour, the all-purpose flour. I'm going to be using five cups, as you can see, and then I'll be using 2 cups of warm water. So this water here is not actually hot, it is just warm. 2 cups are enough, and then you mix everything together. If you have a mixer, well and good, or even a spatula, well and good. So since I don't have a mixer, I'm going to be mixing everything using my mingling stick, or you can actually use a spatula in your kitchen, and it will do wonders for you. So after mixing everything together, I'll be covering my dough so that it can settle for just a few minutes, and that everything can soak in the water, the ingredients. But while it soaks in, I'm going to be cutting a pawpaw. I love pawpaws so much. It's one of my favorite fruits, and this one right here looks really nice. I love the size. It's quite big enough. And I can't wait to cut it and munch on it. So let's cut it and see how it looks on the inside. I love the fact that it's not so ripe. And also one thing that surprised me when I was cutting this pawpaw is that it has little seeds. Like literally, pawpaws always have very many seeds. It is so big but with little seeds. You see that, guys? But it is ripe and ready to eat. So let's chop it and we put it in the fridge as we wait for our dough. So this is how it looks like. We are done chopping it, and oh my god, it looks really nice, as you can see, and it definitely tasted so nice. See that, guys? When I tell you pawpaws are one of my favorite fruits, I'm really not lying. So checking on our dough, it is right now ready. So it is still looking a little bit sticky, so we are going to be adding some flour so that it can be easy for us to roll it. This is how it looks like at the moment. We are going to be adding some little oil on it. Yeah, this is to also not be so sticky. Remember, we want to make soft chapatis, so we want the dough not to be so hard and not to be so soft. It has to be in the middle there so that it can give us really soft and fluffy chapatis. So after that, we are going to be rolling it and then getting out those little balls that we are going to be rolling out into chapatis. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to roll a big dough just like you're seeing it there, and then apply some little oil on it, and then get those rolls, like, you know, cinnamon rolls. Yeah, we'll be getting those ones, and then this is what actually helps our chapatis to have several layers but also look really nice. So that oil is very helpful in helping your chapatis to look really nice and tasty at the same time. So let's cut into those small pieces as you're seeing, and then we'll be getting some rolls out of it, and it's those rolls that we are going to be rolling out into our chapatis. So this is how the rolls look like. Yeah, so I was counting them, and then I got to realize that I actually got 19 chapatis out of everything. Yeah, so we're going to be making 19 chapatis. So we'll be having our chapatis with the beans. Since I already had them in the fridge, I had to get them out so that I can put them on fire to start defrosting. But meanwhile, it is time for us to roll our chapatis and then put them on fire. Yeah, so you use some flour so that it can enable you to roll them. Yeah, put some flour on your chopping board or even your kitchen top. Put some flour and then use a rolling stick to roll out everything in, like, all together. Yeah, we grew up seeing a circular chapati. So please make sure that it comes out as a circle. Don't make triangle chapatis, please, because I've never seen one. They are all always circular chapatis. So make good circles. This is a challenge, especially if it is your first time to make chapatis. I'm also learning. But so far, I can say I'm not so bad because I tried to make sure that I get circles out of my chapatis. we are finally done with making our chapatis, and they look so nice. Let me show you how they look like, because this was immediately I got done and I couldn't wait to unwrap and see how every chapati turned out. See this, guys, see this. I'm so proud of myself. And yeah, they tasted just like how they look like. They looked so nice, they came out so well, and they tasted so amazing. So I'm going to be serving these chapatis here to my babies and me. So keep around to see how I am going to be serving everything. But so far, give me marks. How did I do? Do you love the chapatis? They really look so nice. Yeah, so out of 10, how did I do, guys? Look at that. I love it already. The chapati has layers, and I love the fact that it also doesn't have too much oil in it. Yeah, it is super soft. Yeah, I'm so proud of the work done. So our beans are done defrosting, and this is how they look like. I am going to be serving them with our chapatis that we've just made. Yeah, I'll also be serving it with the pawpaws. Since I don't have vegetables around, I'll be using fruits. Yeah, so in case you have some vegetables, it really goes well, like greens or maybe a salad. It will match really well with your chapatis and the beans. So most of the times the combination of chapati and beans here in Uganda is called chikomando. Yeah. So this is how I served it. So this is how my plate looks like. Yeah, so I'll be packing the rest of the chapatis and putting them in the fridge, as you can see, so that they can serve us for any other time that we'll need them. These can work very well for breakfast or even a snack. Yeah, so we usually have this in the fridge, and I wanted to share with you this recipe. Let me know if there is anything I can add or remove. What do you think about this recipe? Also, the pawpaws that remained, I'll also be storing them in the fridge. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.